Get the club to pop when I come up with the crop. Gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the club spot. Get the club to pop when I come up with the club spot. Get the club to pop when I come up with the club spot. Get the club to pop when I come up with the club spot. Get the club to pop when I come up with everybody. We do it. Everybody. We do it.
What the fuck is up? Sorry, it's not as original as I have it, man. But woo! What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Trap Talk with MJ, live from the Grossmont Sharp Hospital. That is correct. Your boy's in the fucking hospital. Been here all week. Had a little bit of a mishap. Basically, I had to get some shit done, and it sucked. But I'm good. I'm well. Man, I can't believe how much fucking support I got, man, and how many of you guys reached out to me and shit. And man, I don't want to get all fucking mushy and shit, but man, that means so much to me to see how much love and support I have out there, man. You guys really mean a lot to me. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to everyone who tunes in. Shout out to everyone who's fucking been just supporting me and, you know, coming through for my guests, man. This is all about the guests. This is all about who I bring on. And they're the ones that really make the show. And then obviously everyone who's in here and, you know, commenting, all the fucking early birds. What's up with the early birds? Who we got? Who the early birds? Jason Holbrook. I think there were some more early birds, but there's so many damn comments. So what up, Paul Taylor, Paco Miranda, Great Balls of Fryer. What's up, bro? Got Apex Mutations, Dylan McNeil. What's up, Dylan McNeil? I like that name. Year Zero Reptiles, homie. What's up, Patreon, homie? Forest Pythons, Bateman. What up, Michael Corbett? All these dudes. You got the homie Josh. What up, Josh? It's a big homie right there, man. There's so many of you guys. I appreciate you guys. Early birds in the motherfucking building. Before we get started, if you guys don't mind, man, if you support the channel anyway, you're here, right? Do me a favor, hit the subscription button. It's not that hard. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. That way you're notified about any Trap Talk with MJs that come out, and you're not caught sleeping. You're not caught missing anything, okay? Because as you can see, these things are getting better and better and better. I got my first fucking girl power guest coming on the show right now. Fucking women in the goddamn building. That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for tonight's show. I'm excited I can make this happen. I don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is going to be like in the hospital. So bear with me a little bit. Give me, if for whatever reason, if there's a lag or you don't really see anything, just go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know what's going on so I could, you know, at least be what's up with it. But anyways, man, yeah, guys, straight up, subscribe to the channel if you support in any way. And then if you want to support the channel even further, there's a link to the Patreon page, man. I got some sick-ass Patreon members. We're a tight-knit group. We're going to be getting together this Sunday for our second Zoom meeting. behind the scenes shit, man. I kind of get personal with people. We talk about what I got going on in the trap. And I talk to them, and at the end of the day, it's all about building. It's all about growing. I'm going to try to mentor you guys as much as I can. I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? But I've been through some shit in the last 4 years. So I could do anything I can to help you guys. I'm going to be bringing people onto the show as well, onto the Patreon meetings and, secret guests and all that great stuff. So just be ready for that, man. If you want to hop on with that, hit the link down below and join us up, man. And you already know what's up with the sponsors, man. If you need something that's the freshest and bestest delivered to your doorstep, that's www.coldbloodedcafe.com. That's the day one pinkies all the way to the mammoth rats, okay? And then they have shark whale. So remember I talked to you guys yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week about Cold Blooded Cafe having a bigger size rat than a mammoth? Well, it's called a whale shark. I found out. Okay, they're gonna start producing fucking whale sharks. Okay, whale sharks. The fuck, a whale shark, but a whale shark. Be ready for those. All right. You got eggs? Put them in a sim box, man. www.simcontainer.com. Proven fact that eggs hatch in a sim box. I'm telling you right now. Shout out to the big homie Aussie Boys LLC, the fucking Orange Dream God. Nobody could touch this dude on any level. And then obviously shout out to Coco Blocks, Freedom Breeder, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much, Jesse, and all the team over at Freedom Breeder and all that part, man. But I don't want to I don't want to waste too much more time, okay? Because this young lady was supposed to come onto the show yesterday, and due to a retard doctor that I got assigned, I fucking got there was just delays, and my surgery took longer, and yeah, I didn't get out till 6. So we rescheduled this. We're here now. We're good to go. Before I introduce this guest, I'm not fucking around right now. I'm not. I'm seriously not fucking around. So I would do the same thing, just for now. I got tested and it was negative, but I would just come on, just to be safe. You know what I mean? Just be safe. Safety first, okay? But this girl is not kidding around. We have a lot of similarities. She has a fox racing tattoo. I have a fox racing tattoo. So I'm excited to get to know more about my homegirl, Alyssa, from Full Throttle Reptiles.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. Wait, you're good now, right?
I'm good. I'm I'm actually like 2 days post-COVID.
Are you sure?
Positive.
All right. Wait, positive? What?
My kid still is positive, but we're good.
All right. Well, keep that kid out of the room for now, okay? I'm just kidding. What's up, Alyssa? Alyssa Leonard, everyone. Alyssa Leonard from Full Throttle Reptiles. What the fuck is up, Alyssa?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. This is listen, I'm doing my best to try to keep myself excited. And the reason why I'm excited is because you are here as my guest. Okay, and I'm super stoked to get to know you more, man. I know there's other people out there who would love to get to know what it is that Full Throttle fucks with. And I know you fuck with a lot of shit, and you fuck with some sick shit, because I've sent you some sick shit just recently, and we're gonna talk about it, man. But other than that, Alyssa, serious note, okay, so Alyssa did have a bullshit meeting with fucking COVID that hit her whole family, whatnot, but she fucking, is going through it. And how's everything with that? Let's talk about that real quick, Alyssa. How's everything?
It was honestly fine. We came back from Daytona and we just had like some sinuses and stuff, and it was just really exhausting. But my 2-year-old has it right now, and he's doing pretty good. So.
Okay. Now, did it really hit any of you guys like super hard? Like, was anybody like almost on their deathbed or anything like that?
No.
All right. Good. I'm glad, because you hear some stories where it's like, it sounds terrible and whatnot. And honestly, Alyssa, I would say that you are the closest person I have in my life who had COVID. So that's why it's like, yeah, it's like, wow, really? I could actually ask somebody like hands-on, like what was this COVID all about? But I'm glad you're here, dude. I'm really glad everything's well. And all that stuff, man. So Alyssa, you work with a bunch of different stuff. That's why I was really excited to bring you on to the show tonight. Ball pythons is a huge investment for you, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about why. Okay, well, first off, right, your husband was Craig. Is this Craig?
Yeah, Craig.
Shout out to Craig. Craig is more behind the scenes, and you're the one that's fucking front and center, pushing everything, pushing the brand. Now, is this all your creation, and he's just aboard with it, or did you guys like what? Tell us how that began, real quick, if you don't mind.
So I've always had animals like my whole entire childhood. And he did too. But if I was to if I was to die tomorrow, he probably would not have all the animals I have. Let's just be real. But he's totally on board with it. He actually had snakes growing up, so I asked for a lizard, and he's like, "Okay, you know, I guess that's fine." And next thing you know, we have 150 snakes at a time. So
Damn, that's a
so,
quick jump.
yeah,
So,
it's mostly me, but I mean, he does help out, and you know, he likes it too. So it's not all me.
how long you been married for?
5 years.
5 years?
Yep.
You look like you were in high school 5 years ago.
No, I'm 28.
You're 28?
28, yeah.
Nice. So let's, you know, since I brought up high school, let's talk about high school. What kind of girl were you in high school? Were you like a cheerleader type, or like what?
I think you know better than that. No, actually, in high school, me and my dad dirt track race. So I didn't
Wow.
really hang out with anybody in high school. I used to have like a gerbil breeding facility in my bedroom.
Gerbils.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I used to have all kinds of furry stuff because my mom wouldn't let me have snakes. So I had all kinds of hamsters and rats. So I definitely didn't have many friends in high school, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they're lost. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Fucking, there's some high school people I would never care about ever seeing ever again. So this is how it is. Well, right on. So wait, when did the reptiles come in a part of your life? That's really the meat and potatoes of what I'm trying to get to.
So I bought my first leopard gecko when I was 8 years old. And since then I've had leopard geckos. And like I said, you know, just weird stuff. I had an iguana growing up, but when me and Craig first got together, I asked for a bearded dragon, and then after that, it was just like one after another. He don't like the lizards; he just likes snakes. So.
Oh, all right. So you got the leopard gecko, and Craig was the first one that wanted the snake. So he was the first one to bring snakes into the whole relationship.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, actually the first snake I looked at was an olive python, and he's like, "No, we probably should start with a ball python." So then I went straight to a retic. He's like, "No, we definitely need a ball python." So now I have all of them.
So wait, your first snake was a retic?
No, he wouldn't let me. It was a ball python.
Okay, well, good call on that. You don't want to go straight to a retic. That's kind of I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't want to say everyone should start with a ball python, but it doesn't hurt, you know.
No, I'm glad we did. But I have my little super dwarfs now.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the super dwarfs because that's obviously something that, you know, a lot of ball python keepers who are into retics are very like fond of super dwarfs. So the ball pythons, though, I mean, I think you had a video of you spending some X amount of money investment wise on ball pythons, right? So
yeah, I have.
Let's talk about how deep you are. How much money you got into ball pythons right now?
So probably, I mean, just last year I probably spent about $45,000 in ball pythons.
45,000?
Yeah. $45,000.
45,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Are these babies? Adults? Yeah. Did you jump straight to adults, or what'd you do?
I did buy, a couple of adults, but mostly, I mean, one of my biggest investments was Monarch last year. So buying into that, and then, well, I guess technically this year I've spent about $45,000.
That's not peanuts.
Some het puzzle stuff, just some projects to grow up.
Okay, so the puzzle. So puzzle was an investment, right? Right. And then what was another big morph investment for you other than the puzzle?
Monarch.
Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know more about the Monarch. We'll talk about that in a minute too. Okay, Monarch. Other than the Monarch, so puzzle, Monarch, and what else is there?
Desert Ghost.
Desert Ghost, Will. You know your boy's here in the building right now. You know Will Morris is in the house.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of money with him this year.
Oh, you did? You bought some snakes from Will.
I did.
Wow. Did he give you an epic?
I think I got 4 or 5 of them from him.
What was the presentation like?
Man, it was like I was getting invited to a wedding.
Damn it! I just want to buy a snake from Will just because of
I
that.
do too. I constantly always look because that was like the coolest thing ever. So
You want to know something else that's really cool?
what?
This guy does not come around anymore. He does not come around anymore. Dude, if you go back to any of my fucking sessions, you will not see Miguel in the comments. And he's here right now. Shout out to Miguel for being here. Hi, Miguel.
I don't know who that is.
What? He's Big Dog. That's Big Dog. Everyone knows who Miguel is. Come on.
Nah.
Okay, we'll pass on him for now. Let's see. But okay. We were talking about ball pythons before Miguel fucking came and just ruined the wasn't his fault, but anyways. What were we talking about, Alyssa, before Miguel came and ruined it? I'm sorry.
Investments.
Okay, so we're talking about Monarch, right? So Monarch, Puzzle, Desert Ghost, and then we were talking about Will's presentation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So getting a snake from Will is something very next level. I've given Will multiple shout outs about this. I'm a huge fan. I hope one day I could get to this level of caring when it comes to selling a snake to somebody. This guy really puts everything on a huge pedestal. But explain the packaging, if you don't mind. So what snake was it that you got from Will? Let's talk about that.
So I got an Orange Dream pastel het puzzle from him. I got a red stripe, a pastel red stripe het puzzle from him, and then a pastel clown het desert ghost and a double het clown desert ghost from him. So actually, those animals, I was planning on buying something from him in Tinley. But when Tinley was canceled, I started looking at everything else he had, and those animals were already in the States. So those were shipped to me, and then a couple of weeks later, he sent me this big, long package in the mail. It was a T-shirt. You open it up, and it's like this folded thing, and it's got each individual card. He even wrote me a note about my YouTube channel. It's hanging on my fangirl wall.
You have a fangirl wall?
It was awesome.
What's your fangirl wall like?
Well, Miguel was on it, but not anymore.
I thought you didn't know who that guy was. Now you know who he is. What's
I don't know who he is.
Are you guys cool? Is there beef? What's happening?
No. He's got a new best friend, is what he said. So.
So you're in that early stage of Miguel's friendship where you think you're his number one, and he makes you think that for a while, and then it just kind of
right.
Yeah, you get pushed down the bench. I called it. You're just It's like move down the bench, mini-me. Move down the bench.
Hey, at least you got a T-shirt from him.
I don't want to go there, dude. I have an old T-shirt from him, okay? And I don't want to get, it's not really Miguel's fault. Why? Well, I guess it is his fault, but he has a sick, brand new design, the evolving design. I just love that shirt. I love that shirt. Tina knows I love that shirt. She asked for my address 3 times. Guess what? No shirt. So I think I'm getting it from the whole from the whole Garcia family right now, man. I just don't know. I mean, I know Ace still fucks with me. Obs, she's definitely like her dad, so she's hit or miss. So I don't know. We'll see what's up. Hey, Shab, I love the Garcia family, even if I don't have any new shirts from them. I don't care. But so you don't have no shirts from Miguel? There's no one? Okay, damn.
Not one.
Damn. I'm not going to talk no more because I do have a bunch of shirts that are just all the old ones. But maybe I'll kick you down one someday. I don't know.
I'll take a hand-me-down at this point.
Well, other than Miguel, we have another cool person that's in the building, obviously. We have Brian Cusco. Brian Cusco is very heartfelt. I love this guy. What's your relationship with Brian Cusco?
So Matt actually made me meet him in Tinley a couple of years ago. I guess it was last year. But Cusco is probably our first YouTube channel that we started watching. And the kids love it because they watch his kids. So that was actually our first YouTube channel we started watching.
Hey, can we just clarify something real quick for the viewers? Because it's kind of pissing me off at this point because it seems to be like I stole you to be a guest before Cusco could get you on a guest, okay? And it's just weird to me. It's so weird to me that people have the audacity to think this because how long ago did I ask you, Alyssa, to come onto my show?
You asked me what weekend was Daytona. It was the day after we came back from Daytona.
Which was what? What month was that?
It was probably about 3 weeks ago. Well, actually, probably a month ago now. And I've kept it a secret. Haven't told nobody.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my girl right here. That's what my guests do. My guests don't open their mouths. And hey, listen, the one person you did tell is my boy, and I'm glad you told him. But shout out to Matt, to O'Malley's Morph. That's your boy, huh? This is your boy.
I
Right
had
here,
to tell him. I was a nervous
huh?
wreck.
My boy. That's my boy. Listen, if you're gonna share any secrets, share with my boy Matt, because this fool, he don't tell tales. He keeps shit to himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he did, because if Matt was a big mouth, he would have told other people that you were coming on my show. But he stuck to his guns because he's a fucking G. And that's your boy. And honestly, if it wasn't for Matt, I don't think I would have been drawn to your page. Because I'm very like, I don't know, Alyssa, it's really hard for me to give people the time of day nowadays because they're so corny and shit. But I got drawn to your page because Matt kept fucking saying, this is my little sister, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, no one ever called me little bro. And Matt's the only guy who could ever call me little bro, just to clarify that. But anyways, he's the one that turned me onto your page. And I was like, what? This girl keeps so much like venomous ball pythons and like just a bunch of different sick shit. So it was kind of very like, what's the word? Refreshing, I guess, to see a lady hobbyist like in the mix and really have her own fucking level of shit. Like you're not I don't know, man. I feel like you're pretty established right now. And you're not even at your peak. You're not even close to your peak.
No,
like you're barely getting your feet wet. And that's what I love. Like I like that I could see somebody who, like you haven't been doing this for 20 years, you know what I mean? But like your mindset, everything that I see that you do is stuff that's coming from passion and I know has longevity in the long run. So that's why I was really like, all right, Matt, that's what's up. You definitely, you're repping the right person right here. So yeah, shout out to Matt for that. Now your ball python game, okay? We were talking about your investments, 45K. It's not peanuts. That's a lot. Where are you at this year with breeding? Because you sent me some sick shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. I better send that to myself now. But you obviously are, you showed me some GHI stuff, which I love GHI stuff. But what else? What other stuff are you hatching out right now?
This year, and that's, I hear Billy how he does things is, he says breed only what you want. Unfortunately, I'm a mom of a 2 and a 3-year-old. I do work a full-time job, so I don't have a lot of money just to, extra laying around that I can just invest into things that I want. So right. I had 37 clutches this year. Mostly things that are like for the pet trade and stuff that I would want to sell and reinvest my money. I do I do all the Tinley shows, the Daytona show. I'm doing Arlington, just shows like that. Just small stuff, like nothing like too crazy. But I just take that money back and reinvest it. I'll buy one expensive snake off of a whole clutch of eggs. But there is stuff I do keep. This year I had my first clutch of clowns. I had 2 clutches of clowns, and then some pied stuff. That's pretty much, I do have a lot of pied stuff.
The pied is a strong game of yours.
Yeah, I do have a lot of pied stuff. So
that dog, Alyssa, the dog, really, Alyssa, the dog.
I'm gonna let him in real quick.
Yeah, this is your time.
BRB, hang on.
Jeez, guys. No, I'm just kidding, man. This is awesome. I do appreciate some big ballers being here. Hey, all right, cool. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Real quick.
Everybody else out. I got 2 kids running around.
I love dogs. So what dog do you have, first off? I just want to know.
He's a little pit bull.
He's a little pit bull?
I mean, he's not little. He's about 95 pounds, but he's a pit bull.
Oh, man, I miss my pit bull. My pit bulls. Okay, cool. So pied game. We're talking about your pied game. I just hatched out my very first pied. Well, I realized I have pied, so I'm really thrown back because, pieds, obviously, it's been out there. It's crazy because the market for pieds obviously getting higher. When it dropped pretty low at some point. But I don't know if it's the whole COVID thing, but I look up pieds now. I'm like, holy shit, they're back up on price. Like they're decent, right? So what pied combos are you really focused on right now?
So I actually have a GHI het pied that I paired to a fire yellow belly G-Nex pied. That is hatching the 1st of October. So that's probably my most excited. But I did have some G-Nex pied stuff this year. Fire yellow belly G-Nex pied. But that's my most exciting is I accidentally hatched out some special yellow belly inchy het pieds. She didn't prove, so I have 9 hets. But that's my most exciting clutch.
Hold on. you know who I'm texting right now, right? Because Mr. Big Essay here wanted me to ask you something, and now he doesn't want me to ask you it no more. He's begging me. He's like, don't ask her, don't ask her. So guess what I'm doing now? I want my fucking shirt. But not only me, you better get a shirt too. So I'm requesting a shirt. I'm requesting a shirt for my wife, and you better get a shirt. Hold on, that's what I'm doing right now. So give me 1 second. So I want an XL. What's your size?
Medium.
Medium.
Oh, he already knows. He already knows.
And small. All right, we're good. Got our shirts. I'm stoked. Anyways, I got you, right? You know I got you, right, Alyssa?
Yeah.
All right. So pie combos. What's your number one pie project that's not only longevity, but the thing that you're most excited about?
Oh man, I don't know. Now that I have these hets for this special Inchy Yellow Belly, I want to put GHI in with that, and whatever I get from the GHI G-Nex clutch, put back to that. So I don't know. I just want to play with that, but also getting it into Monarch. I have a Wookiee that I paired to a pied this year.
Whoa. Okay. These are genes I heard first coming in, and they were just one of those like, okay, so Monarch was one that was, I was like, let me look into it. What the fuck? The price was ridiculous. And I was like, you know what I mean? But what is it about the Monarch? Tell me something I don't know.
So Tom Harbin, he's pretty much the main one that's been working with Monarch. He is actually who got me really drawn into the hobby. He's pretty much like a mentor for me, and that's who I do all these shows with. And he's heavily invested in the project. So whatever he wanted to do with it, I wanted to do the total opposite with it. So, he could have the best of both worlds. So that's the reason why I bought into it. And I like it. There's just not a lot of stuff done with it yet.
Look who's here. Your male Olive's here.
Oh, yeah. Listen,
here.
Little baby Wang hates me.
He's
Little
fine.
baby Wang is in shed right now, but he, lights me up.
You need to give him some time, dude.
I love him.
Give him time. You know what's funny? When I got that snake, the person wanted to sell it because he's like, dude, I can't, it won't take, it only eats mice. It only eats mice. And I'm like, what? Like, it's an olive python. It fucking will eat anything. Literally. And he sold it to me, and I got it, and literally the first day, I put it in its closure. I offered it a frozen thawed rat pup, and it fucking took it. And I was like, I don't know. Yeah. People are wild. But anyways, I sold a group of fucking gorgeous United States captive born and bred olive pythons to Alyssa here. I was really, it wasn't a plan. I wasn't like, hey, I want to sell these olives. It was just something to where like, well, let me see who follows me out there who possibly might be interested in working with the olives, because I wouldn't sell these to somebody who I've never talked to again. Like, fuck that. I'm not that stupid when it comes to letting things go that I really care about. I always have a plan. I mean, there's always a plan. If I have to get rid of something that I truly cared about because I raised it and all that stuff, I have enough followers out there that I'm sure I could find somebody who would be really interested in working or picking this project up for me. And Alyssa, shout out to Alyssa, she came through and she fucking picked up the, Harry and Semi Wang, my pair of olive 2016 olive pythons, and then there's Baby Wang, a 2019 olive python. So I was talking about how Alyssa's all over the board with shit, and now she has olive pythons, which is just such a neat species to have, man. So how you been liking the olives, man? Tell me what your interaction's been like. Tell me how you feel. And
I love them. Like little Harry, he's in a vision cage. I'll open up his cage and he'll come down to me. Sammy took a couple days to warm up to me. But little baby Wang, we're still working on him. But I love them. They have such great personalities. It's just so refreshing to have something different other than a ball python. I love my ball pythons, and I have 250 right now. But I just love them. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're something else, dude. They really are, because especially when you have people and you hear stories of olives being so mean, right. and I've seen them, dude. I've seen olives fuck people up. So I was prepared when I first picked up Semi and Harry. These were 2016, and I got them in 2017, so they're already a year old or just a year old. I was like ready to deal with some shit. Like I was like, damn, these olives might be a handful. You know, I've read this, I read that, but I got them, and the dude this dude who bred them handed to me in the same bag. I'm like, you have these in the same bag? He's like, yeah. He's like, they're fine, dude. He's like, you could go take them out right now. I was like, all right, took them out, and I was like, dude, these are the fucking sickest things on earth. Like, they're nothing like I read about. There's nothing like what people are telling me about. Like, I couldn't believe it, and I love shit like that, man. This is why, like, I'm so gun ho about just not listening to people, or just like, you know, I mean, listen to people, right? Don't get me wrong, but don't fucking go off their experience. Like, you know, you have any people who naysay to keep this, don't keep that. Go, oh, dude, get out of here. If your heart is really in it, then go for it, man. And that's why I give you props, because I'm sure the reason why you work with a lot of stuff is like you gave it a go, and you ended up loving it. Like you fell in love with it, and it worked out, right? So
I love them.
Olives, check. You're good. Love them. We're obviously going to talk a lot about more ball pythons, but I want to talk about other species, because like I want people to know all the other species you work with. Okay, so olive pythons, check. Let's talk about another species of snake you work with.
So I have the super dwarfs.
Super dwarf. All right, super dwarfs. All right, how many you got?
3.
3 super dwarfs.
Just have a little trio.
Locality, what are they?
Kalatoa.
Okay, pure Calatoas?
The female is, and I'm still trying to learn the whole like genetic side of it and the percentages. Like it's crazy. Like that's
There's
whole
no genetic.
another thing to learn.
Right. So let's try to learn about it real quick. So let's talk. So you have you have one female that's a pure Calatoa, 100% super dwarf.
Right. Well, she's 80% super dwarf.
80%.
Yeah, she's 80%. But she's had snow.
Where'd she come from?
Garrett.
Okay, that's legit. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and all 3 of them came from him. I actually have one of his Partho babies.
Nice.
She's probably going to be a little bit big. You know, she's got some good size on her. My male, he is 2.5 years old, and I mean he's only maybe about 2.5 foot, so he's still really small. But he's kind of a low percentage, so
okay,
expecting him to get a little bit larger than.
You know what's crazy, Alyssa, is like, you know, there are like some small snakes out there. Like I'm talking about pure super dwarfs, but I've come across some like 50, 75%ers that are fucking tiny. Like they're small. Right. So at the end of the day, man, it really lands on the parents. Like I feel like, I mean,
yeah, it does. And that's what he's explained.
You could breed a pure super dwarf to be big at some point. Like you could literally breed it in the bloodline to feed it a way to where it could become big. You know, it may take a few years, but you could get that snake to get big. So, I mean, this is why, like, nothing against super dwarfs. I love super dwarfs, but if you just want a small retic, like if you want a retic that stays within 9 feet or 7 feet, right? It lands on the parents. And Miguel could fucking he could vouch for me on this, but he went to my house and I have this 4-year-old golden child het purple snake that's literally smaller than my 50% super dwarf snake that I got from Andrew Acevedo, same age, and like just way bigger. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, this golden child came from really small parents. So she's not a super dwarf. She's a dwarf. She has dwarf blood in her, but she's not a super dwarf. So I think people should just really kind of do their research and really, you know, documentation's huge. And what I mean by documentation is find out what the parents are. Find out what the pairing was. You know what I mean? And that's what's really going to tell you on how big your snake's going to get.
She's T90. Like she's like the size of my hand, and she's a little over a year old now. She's tiny.
You get a super dwarf from Garrett. That's a.
Go.
What was that?
The dog.
Well, I thought you had like a flying squirrel or something. I was like, what?
The dog.
No, dude. So the reason why I asked you who you get it from, because there's only a handful of people that really work with super dwarfs in the United States that could say if you get a snake from them, that's a real super dwarf.
Right.
You feel me?
That's why I did a lot of research, and he's the one that kept popping up. So I reached out, and I have 3. That's all I have. But
Garrett's the man. Garrett's the man for sure. Andrew Acevedo's the man. I'll tell you that. Andrew's my good boy. He's my homie, and he's honestly in my world of whatever I think. Right. I think Andrew is fucking goddamn so legendary with these super dwarfs. So is Garrett. Don't get me wrong. They're partners. They're a team. They fucking they have a lot of project together. But Andrew, man, is I just feel like future wise, not only with the future dwarfs or super dwarfs, but man, it's just nuts. It's crazy, like how much potential a lot of these young kids have in this game. It's really nuts. So super dwarfs, you have a trio of super dwarfs. That's awesome. How far are they from like breeding and all that stuff? And or do you even plan on breeding them?
My female probably about 2 more years. I mean, they're 2 years old, so or one female's 2 years old, and the other one's a year old. So I have about 2 more years on the one, and then 3 years on the other. And I mean, she's small, so I don't even know if 3 years is even going to be good enough for her. She's
I mean, I don't know, man. I know super dwarfs are tough to breed because of the whole size thing. So at the end of the day, it's maturity, I think. It's all about maturity. Right. I wouldn't even think about breeding a super dwarf until it was like 5 or 6, to be honest, personally. But I don't know. Have you talked to Garrett about breeding at all? Have you ever poked his brain about it?
Yeah, we talked about it at first. Man, before I even like gave him any money, he probably spent 3 hours on the phone with me talking to me about super dwarfs. So I'm like, I just want one as a pet. So my first one, of course, was a male. And I mean, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, eventually, kind of like the olives, like I want to do something different.
Right.
But I have them more because I enjoy them.
Right.
So if it happens, it happens. I'd like to.
That's a good mentality to have too. Like if you have a snake that you just really enjoy as a pet, then you know, if the breeding happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, at least you're still happy with what you have. And I do have a lot of species like that, like, you know, the false water cobras. I would love to breed them, but if it doesn't happen, then it's, you know, I would love for them just to be alive because they eat other snakes and they are so food aggro, dude. Like I'm talking about food aggressive. And I don't, you know, they're pushing 4 years old, but I don't think they're anywhere near ready to breed because none of them are showing any signs of chilling out when it comes to food. So it's pretty wild. So, all right. So the super dwarfs, that's pretty crucial. What's another species you want to talk about?
I mean, I have sand boas. I do a lot of sand boas.
No, pass. I don't want to talk about sand boas.
I mean, they're kind of boring. Honestly, those are like really good. Like I said, I save up all my money and reinvest into stuff that I want. And to be honest with you, I enjoy sand boas, but they do have a very good market value when it comes to like little shows and like local sales.
What's the sand boa go for?
Well, I mean, just a normal sand boa, I can sell them all day long at home in my local area for $100.
So can a pastel ball python.
Right. But sand boas have like 18 to 20 at a time.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. That's touche. And that's like you could get rid of that sand boa pretty easily, is what you're saying. Like you don't.
Right.
It's not much.
Yeah. Which I'm downsizing those. I didn't even pair them this year. I had 37 clutches of ball pythons, so I didn't even pair the sand boas. I didn't want anything else to feed.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think, like you said, 20 little babies, right? That's a lot of babies to feed.
Yeah.
I mean, I was all butthurt kind of because I couldn't get my boas to go this year. But just imagine if they did go. How many fucking babies do I have to add? How much tub space do I need for that? Like I need a whole new rack system for that. And you know, I'm just you know, I'm going into the next season more prepared. But man, I'm glad it didn't happen yet. So hopefully it happens soon though. But yeah, boas, man, definitely a little different than pythons. I think. Just kind of, I think you definitely need to find a different angle on what works, and but that's what I find interesting. You know what I mean? I like challenges and shit, so I think that's awesome. What other other than sand boas, do you work with any other boa species?
I'm really trying to talk Craig into letting me have a Sanzinia, the one I sent you a picture of.
Oh my Lanta! So are you looking at the greens or the okay?
Yes, green.
Who would you even get the greens from?
Huh?
Who do you know that has a green Sanzinia right now?
Paul Mitzelfelt. He is in Illinois. Craig's not really sold on the idea yet. I just like different things.
Yeah. Craig needs to get on board immediately, because if you could get your hands on a Sanzinia, not only will I be pissed, but you'll piss off a lot of other people out there. Not in a bad way. I'm talking about like, damn, like I need, because Sanzinia thing. I mean, I have a lot of wish list species. Sanzini is super high on that wish list species, man. And the thing is, I could get one right now, but they're fucking expensive, bro. I'm talking about expensive. So let's talk about what you do for a living. I mean, what's going on? Where's this income come from, Alyssa?
So like I said, pretty much everything I do is I just
Reinvest.
what I have and then sell them, then reinvest. But I do have an okay job. I've been the manager of an oil changing place for 8 years now. So I mean, I do get paid good to do that, but I like, doing shows on the weekend a little bit better than changing oil. And I don't always get to do that, but when I do, it's rewarding.
So another cool thing about Alyssa, right? Like, she's not your little cute. I mean, she's cute, but she's not a prissy little fucking like, oh, like I'm a girl and I have reptiles and you're gonna follow me because I'm a girl. No, dude, this girl is fucking tough, bro. She changes oil. Like, bro, that is so rugged. Like, that is so like I love that shit, bro. Like, you don't really meet girls who are down to change oil for a living, and it's something you do because like it's your grind and it works for you, right? You manage a team. What does your husband do for a living?
He remodels, so
like construction type thing.
Yeah.
Remodeling. Oh, that's good.
That's like self-employed, just remodeling. So
that's a good.
Honestly, all my snake money comes from snake money. A 2 to 3-year-old daycare is no joke.
That's a hustle, bro. And honestly, that's the way to do it, man. Like, if you really want to elevate your collection, put whatever you're producing, just put it back into your collection. Mm-hmm. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? But to each their own. Everyone has their own angle. But what you're doing is exactly how I level up my shit. If I want to buy something new, or if there's something I want to bring back, it comes from the snakes. Something simple as that. And I've had that. I've been doing that for I don't know how ever since I've been in this. I've been always whatever I got to add. It hasn't came out of my bank account that I got from my 9 to 5. It always comes from the snakes. Like I have my 9 to 5 bank account, even though I don't have a 9 to 5 right now. But I have my 9 to 5 bank account, and then I have my snake bank account. I got my snake money and my work money, and I keep those fucking things separate because I want my snake to be its own my own source of income back to each other. So that's smart, man. I think that's a good idea. So since we're on the subject of snake income, how many clutches are you producing? Like, where are you at with clutches each year?
Well, this year is my biggest year. I had 37. However, I just bought my first ultrasound machine. So my plan is to invest what I make off of these upcoming babies back into a little bit more expensive male. Right now I only breed 1 male to 3 females.
Okay.
Maybe having an ultrasound machine is going to kind of help me out a little bit. But next year I'll be pairing 75 females. So
that's a lot.
Gonna double it. So actually, hopefully, me and Craig just looked at a building today, so I'll have all my animals in a separate building soon.
Whoa! Soon. Now that is huge.
Yes.
So you might be getting a whole new facility.
Right. Yep.
Let's talk about it. What is going on? Is it okay? Let's slow down, Jay. What is the game plan behind that? So like, is it just an open warehouse, or like what type of like what are you renting out, or what are you doing? Like, tell me more about it.
So with having a 2 and a 3-year-old, it's going to have to be here at my house. Okay. I don't have a huge yard, but I do have enough yard where I can put a pretty good sized building outside back there and just have it all finished. But my mom absolutely hates the snakes being in the house. I do have one berm that's about 12 foot. My mom hates it. So I have absolutely zero support in the hobby whatsoever with anybody in my family. So getting them out of the house, everyone will kind of be a little bit, nicer towards me.
Is your berm mean?
No. I mean, she's bit me once, but we've had her for 4 years now. But I know, I mean, she's not mean at all once you get her out.
Well, I it's funny because I mean, for the most part, man, if your big snakes are really good eaters, they're not going to be handleable until you get them out of the cage. Like,
Right.
Because in that zone is their war zone. Like that's like, you know, there's only a couple snakes I feel really comfortable just opening it up and let me stick my hand in there. Like I don't, and that's okay. Like I don't really strive to have a snake that I can just whip open the door and yank him out. Like, you know, I don't mind tapping him on the head with the hook and letting him know I'm coming in. You know what I mean? But man, you know, it just, fuck, snakes love to eat. And when they're big, they really like to eat. And I've taken some good bites for sure from big snakes, and they're all food related bites every single time. I've gotten a couple like go fuck yourself bites, like leave me alone, but you know, the food bites are ones that hurt because they're not letting go. They're holding on, you know what I mean? And if it's one thing you ever could do wrong from a big snake bite is
pull away.
Pull away. Right. Never pull away. Just sit there, take it. It's either going to realize, okay, I fucked up, or there's ways of getting it off your fucking hand too. Like there's multiple, but either way, the worst thing you do is fucking pull your hand away.
Yeah.
Those teeth shred your hands to smithereens, and you will be getting stitches like my dad. My dad did that to a 12-foot retic, and his name was Zach, and gave my dad 17 stitches. My dad's fingers looked like he put it in a blender. It really did. Cow. Yeah, it was pretty nar. And it was, you know, my dad didn't do protocol. I told him, I was like, listen, don't fucking put your hand in there when it comes to feeding. And he did. And what did he do? He ripped his hand away, and fucking, it was a goddamn massacre. It was terrible. I was in the shower, and I come out, and my dad's like, shit. I'm like, what happened? And he comes out of the snake room, and there's literally blood squirting out of his hand. And he grabbed the paper towels, and like, instead of taking sheets out, he grabbed the whole roll and just pressed it against his hand. And I'm like, Dad, no. And like, he was trying to tear sheets quick. And as he was tearing sheets, blood was going all against my walls. And I was like, Dad, this is so bad. I was like, you need to stay outside. And I don't know. It was kind of like, fuck, I don't know. I'm glad I have it. Knock on wood, but those are the little trial and error things I've learned in my time of keeping.
Now, she actually held on to me for a pretty good long time. The only way that we were able to get her off, she had my hand pinned in the door, but we used a hair dryer to get her to let go. She held on for a good bit. The whole water trick didn't work. Nothing.
Have you ever done the corn on the cob trick? I've done that, and it actually worked.
No.
You know what? You ever heard? You don't even know what that is? Corn on the cob? So Garrett Hartle, shout out to Garrett again. Garrett Hartle came out with a YouTube video.
Oh, the biting of the tail thing.
Yeah, he calls it corn on the cob. It's corn on the cob.
I didn't know what he called it.
Yeah, so basically, if a snake wraps it, and he actually did it in front of, he actually does it. He had a snake that bit him and wrapped around him, and he started not gnawing, but like started kind of like biting his teeth on the tail, and sure enough, that fucking snake let go, dude. And I don't know, man. That's what's cool about experience is you find ways. There's always ways of figuring out how to get yourself out of, you know, hairy situations. And, you know, having somebody like Garrett close by is a good resource, man, because he's been through some shit. So corn on the cob, you guys are welcome. Whoever never even heard of that, say thank you to Garrett Hartle, because that's a crucial one. And yeah, just don't pull away, man. You don't want to go down that route. Yeah. So, all right. So we're finishing up the species. So snakes, we're talking about berms. You have berms. How many? You just have one big girl, or what's up with the berm?
One.
Okay, and that's a pet, right?
Yep.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. What else we got with snakes, species wise? So
I have a Woma. Eventually, I will get a female.
Oh, dude, you know who breeds Womas? He's been breeding some sick Womas. Where's he at? Brett Bender. Where's he at? Benny, my homie Benny, right here. So he produces rough scales and sand boas, or is that rough scale sand boas? Anyways,
both. I have both.
This dude is sick as fuck. Field Herpetology, I forget his name. Dude, Brett, put your name down here. But anyways, he produced some really, really sick-looking Womas. Womas are produced quite, not a lot, but you see a lot of Womas produced. And for whatever reason, this guy's Womas are different. I don't know what they are, but they're fucking sick. I don't know if he has any more available. If you do, Brett, say what up. Because Alyssa's no joke, and she's down for her shit. Just so you know, she will buy it. But yeah, I think he might have a sick female for you, and if not, he will produce one for you because he works with Womas, and I know there's quite a few people out there who have Womas. I think. Have you talked to anybody, or is there anyone that you're kind of interested, or anyone that you've been following that breeds Womas?
Dylan Hain actually had some really like dark Woma pattern. He had some, but I think they were all sold before. I mean, he even put any out. But I've done things so backwards. Like I get this, and I'm like, I just want one for a pet. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
stop lying to yourself. Oh, look. Oh, there you go. Okay, and look, this is his name.
all right.
Hey, bro, if anyone else comes to you, Alyssa gets first dibs. Please. This is my homegirl, so please give her first dibs, Brett. I appreciate it. No, really, dude, check out his fucking Womas. Actually, hold on. Since we're on the subject of Womas, let's just pull one up real quick. Let's have you look at it. How about that? In the meanwhile, while I'm doing this, let's talk about. I mean, I never really kept a Woma, right? What are their personalities like? Kind of tell me about Womas, if you don't mind.
Well, they kind of remind me a lot of the little olives. Like they just have like so much personality. I mean, he's pretty feisty. When he bites, he does not let go, and he's only like yay big. Like he's not very big at all. But I think
Well,
that's another species that will like eat each other. So I was kind of nervous about
they
breeding
really
those.
will. Yeah, no, yeah, those will definitely eat each other. I'll tell you right now that I don't know who it was. I had somebody local to me who literally wanted to sell me his male or sell me his female because it ate his male. And I was like, I mean, even though I was like, well, if I want to breed this thing, this girl's she's a reputable murderer. She eats other snakes. I don't want to fucking go through that shit. So I passed on it, but it was a really nice looking Woma. But yeah, man, I do know that kind of Womas are no joke. I mean, Womas will fuck shit up. Check out this Woma from my homie Benny right here. It's pretty nice, right? Am I tripping, or is that a really nice looking Woma?
It's really nice.
Right?
I need a female.
He has a pair, dude. So hit him up. I'm pretty sure he might be willing to let go of a loan, but I'm not. I mean, like I said, that stood out to me. I was really blown away. Shout out to homie Benny over there, Brett Bender. Check him out. So Womas, sick as fuck. Hopefully you get that female. That'd be a really cool addition, because another cool thing, Alyssa, is like right when you finally get that missing piece to that species you've been keeping, it's such a like relief. Like you're like, all right, I got a pair. Now it makes sense why I have it. You know what I mean? Have you ever gone a while and you're like, why the fuck do I have this lone male? Or why do I have this, like, what am I doing? Like this thing, you know what I mean? It just, but things do land on your laps. And not only did this show land on your lap, but possibly a female Woma.
That's right.
There you go. So that's sick. So Womas, what else we want to talk about? What else? What other species have we not covered yet that you keep?
I have hopefully a pair of Gilas. I like those more than pretty much anything.
Well, Gila monsters?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot you kept those.
Yeah,
I love Gila monsters, bro.
Yeah.
You got a pair of them?
Well, okay, so our neighbor, one of them is his, but I had bought 2 of them, and the guy swore up and down that you could tell when they're like babies. I don't believe so. But anyway, so as of right now, like their body structures are like totally different, and that was like pretty much the main reason why I got an ultrasound machine. They're a year old now, so we got a little ways to go, but I want more Gilas, but you cannot find them anywhere.
No, you can't.
But in Tennessee, it's kind of like the laws aren't like really 110% clear.
So you're illegally keeping Gila monsters in your house, is what you're saying.
No, it's you can't have venomous snakes, is what it says.
So you can have venomous lizards?
You just can't have venomous snakes. Plenty of people have had them in Tennessee, but it doesn't.
You rules a little bit. It's fine. Just tell me if you're bending them a little bit. I don't care. I'm a rule bender. I break the shit out of rules all the time.
It just literally it says no poisonous lizards and no venomous snakes.
Perfect. So you can keep venomous lizards. It doesn't say anything about it.
Right.
Damn, I love your mentality.
But not a lot of people will ship them here. So I actually drove to South Carolina to get these. But literally, whoever has a baby Gila, like, I will come get it. I want more. I actually have empty vision cages waiting on some Gilas.
So, from what I've seen, hope nobody fucking shits on me for this, but Gilas, beatids, right? Almost the same thing, a little similar. I see a lot of them kept in tubs.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you can. They're so funny. Like right now, they're on the glass, like waving at me. They'll get underneath their little huts and like move their huts. Like they're so fun to watch. And I'm
That's
kind of
good.
right there. You know, I love all my animals, and like I get super emotional. Like if something happens to one of them, or somehow, you know, I get really attached to. And some of them do have names. But I just like watching them. But yeah, tubs. I'm actually ordering the big Freedom Breeder pull-out drawers for them when they get to breeding size. But as of right now, they're not vision cages.
A lot of your vision cages are the same cages. Like, do you keep everything matched up?
You had to ask that. Right now, there is four. There is four that's the same that the Gilas are in. They're like the 3x3 or something like that. And then I have two 6-foot cages, and then I have two of the taller ones that were originally for my retics, but that's what the Olive's got right now. But I need a shelf. I cannot find a shelf that they'll all fit on, because once you start stacking them, like they start sagging. So
That's
I love my
weird.
vision cages. They just look terrible stacked.
I think you have to put like I don't know where I've saw it at, but I think there's like a piece of plywood or like a piece of wood you have to put
Yeah.
down or something, or because like you said, other than that, it looks like they're all sinking in. Like,
Oh,
and I'm OCD and shit, so that right there would fucking murder me. Like I would I would lose my shit. So either way, maybe you know, your husband's into fucking remodel. I'm sure he could fucking do that for you pretty quick. Craig, where's Craig at? Wasn't Craig up in the building earlier? Is he still? Oh, here he is. Craig, what up, Craig? Hey, Craig, hook up your girl, please, man. Jeez. No, dude, that's awesome. I like that you keep things simple, like all the same. That's one thing to where when I came into the hobby, Alyssa, obviously I'm not made for money. Even at that time, I was transitioning in my life where the money I was making was very illegal. Like it wasn't good for me. So I met Lily. She changed my life. She's like, you're not going to fucking make illegal money anymore. And I was like, all right, cool. I really like snakes. And she's like, all right, make your snake, you know, do what you got to do to make, you know, do the snakes. And I was like, all right, cool. But, you know, obviously the biggest investment other than a snake project is the enclosures, the fucking Freedom Breeder racks. And damn it, man, they're so expensive, but they don't ever lose value, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's why investing in something like a Freedom Breeder rack, shout out to the sponsor, Freedom Breeder, but a Freedom Breeder rack or even just like vision cages and stuff, like those things really hold their value because how durable they are. And I will say this till this day, one of the biggest mistakes I made in the beginning, I'm kicking myself in the foot now for it, is not investing more into my enclosures instead of, you know, I went the snake route instead. Like I was like, well, fuck it. I want to get more cool snakes. I want to get more cool snakes. And to me, Alyssa, the snakes is what matters to me. I don't give a fuck what its enclosure looks like, you know? And I have Home Depot racks. I have no shame in my game, girl. I got Home Depot racks. And you know, people maybe have their thoughts about it, but you think I give a fuck? You think, I mean, at this point I could say I could easily afford a new rack system, but why? It works. It's perfectly fine. So I'm just not at that level where I'm JP trying to get my own facility to look like fucking Mutations and fucking JKR, which is a heavy goal, JP. Straight, you know, I know JP's not here because he's not part of the show and he only comes around when he's a part of the show. But I hope to someday could get to that point where I could get a facility and get everything matching fucking, you know, vision cages and every matching rack systems. So the people out there who are doing that, respect. I give you guys mad fucking respect for putting that concern first versus the animals. I will say I wish I would have done that, okay? But I just don't care. I just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? My snakes are happy. They're eating. They're having sex. They're breeding. You know what I mean? There's no issue. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's to each their own on that type of thing. But I definitely, you know, seeing people's like, you know, or just, you know, even having a sponsor like Freedom Breeder, now I'm like, all right, Mike, now you really need to start thinking about, you know, stepping up your whole fucking enclosure game. And that's pretty much in the near future. So that's why I want to talk about, you know, the type of enclosures you're having right now and whatnot. What rack systems do you have? I do see a couple hatchling racks behind you. So what do you do? What do you keep for rack systems?
So I have two ARS the 20 tub ARS 70 racks, and then I have 2 10s. I will say I have to have everything that matches. These hatchling racks do not match my other hatchling racks, and absolutely drives me nuts. But I had to have something like ASAP because I did not plan to have this many clutches as I did this year. So my hatchling racks do not match. That's the reason why they're not like next to each other, because I cannot do that. But I have ARS. The reason being is Freedom Breeder is so expensive to ship to Tennessee. It sucks. It is so expensive.
Why don't you just have Jesse or Brian drop it off for you at your house?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, listen, all you have to do is say, hey, Brian, if you want me to come on your show, fucking personally drop off a Freedom Breeder rack to my house. I guarantee he does it. He's dying to have you on the show. So
I would love Freedom Breeder. I like the little pull-out tray. Like, that has me sold.
It's so clean, bro. It's clean. Like, it drives me nuts on how clean they are because the stainless steel, man, it's, dude, I don't know. It's pretty gnarly. But, you know, like yeah, it's all good. I mean, someday, it's what it is. Alyssa, this is the first hour, having a good time, but I drink a lot of fluids. I have fluids in me. I got to use the restroom. So what you're gonna do? It's just gonna be you on the screen. I want you to say what up to everyone who's been in the comments, because the comments been jumping. We've had at least 70 people in here the entire time. So say what up to people, okay? I'm gonna be right back.
All right, I'm looking here. This technology stuff is just really hard for me to understand. MJ schooled me on all this stuff. Okay, so someone I recognize here, Tennessee Constrictors. It's Josh. I'm looking here. Lily, is that is this wife Lily?
No, it's not wife Lily.
Is this wife Lily? Is that who?
No, that's not my wife. No.
Okay. Ah, Zach Nava. Look at that, showing some support. He's from Marshall Law. Look at that. All Cusco's members and his Discord are here supporting you, MJ. I think my dog has to take a pee break too. He's getting old. Berms are the best, but she actually peed in her cage literally right before going live. So that's what I'll be doing after I'm done doing this. Alyssa is just one of the homies. I did tell MJ I'm just like a normal guy. You have to wait a second, Cass. Come here. My dog never barks, never cries, never does anything until it's just us here. I guess Miguel's already out of the comments. And yes, Miguel did give me permission to go to Arlington. However, my work is not giving me permission to go to Arlington. Which I've already had COVID, so I can't get it again. So I don't know why I can't go.
Yeah, your work don't need to know shit.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Hopefully your employees are little rats.
If so.
I'm sure you have that one employee you got to be careful about.
Well, I mean, I make their schedule.
Okay. Right.
Also, like, I have a backup job. Like, legit, if I lose my job going to Arlington, I have a backup job. That's the beauty of doing the same thing for 8 years.
So, I mean, being established, you're pretty much good to go on that. So
yeah, it is what it is.
So, all right, cool. What were we talking about right now before I went to go take a piss?
Yes.
Does your dog need to go pee? I think you said your dog had to go pee, right?
Yeah, he's trying to
Let him go pee. Go ahead. Let him go. Well, shout out to everyone who's been tuning in, man. I appreciate all you guys so much. I want to say what up to some people in the comments. My homie Matt's been in the building. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? Who else has been here? Let's see. So you know the homie Marshall, right?
I do. That's what I said. All of Cusco's Patreon members are here to
And
support
our
you.
homie Dylan, you know the homie Dylan?
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted to know what kind of berm you have.
So she is just a normal het albino het green. Again, she was a purchase just because I wanted a pet. So she is just a snake for a pet. I don't know. She's about, like I said, she's about 12, 13 foot now. We actually paired her up with the neighbor that has berms. He just has one pair of berms, and so we used his male, and thank God she did not lay, because I do not know what I would have done with all these babies.
You know what you need to do is, right?
What?
Pair a male super dwarf to her.
She would crush them. Like, she's massive. She actually just ate a 7.5-pound rabbit last night.
Damn, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fed a let's see, my snake's she's a hypo leopard, and she's only about 9 feet, and I fed her a 12-foot rabbit, dude. It was fucking gigantic. It was a New Zealand, one of those New Zealand. Yeah, it was big. I kind of looked, and I was looking at the snake, and I was like, dude, I don't know if this is but it was like a one-time thing. I never feed her that big. It was just kind of like, all right, you know, I feel, and a lot of people want to argue this. I don't give a fuck, but I feel that snakes only eat what they can handle for the most part, right? It's never good to overfeed a snake, meaning obesity-wise, keep pounding it. But I took the risk. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to see if she'll eat it. And it worked. She fucking ate it, and she looked really uncomfortable for a couple days, but she digested it, and she didn't eat for like a month. I didn't feed her for a month after that.
No cat. No.
You have a cat too?
I have 3. And I have goats. And I have chickens.
So wait, you're a cat girl? You're a cat lady?
Oh, yeah. I have 3.
Bro.
They're rescues. They needed a home.
I'm down for a cat, like a fucking farm cat. I want a cat that just like, here, I'll leave a bowl of water for you and some fucking some crumbles, and come eat it every now and then. But other than that, go kill mice and shit by the house. You know what I mean? But if there's one cat I'll ever own, that would be a super fat ass cat. Is there like a certain cat that gets really fat? Like, I've seen really fat cats.
A Mancoon gets really big.
What's it called?
A Mancoon.
I'll take a Mancoon. What's another one of those cats that look like they're fucking bobcats or something? I forget. They're called. They're really cool. Like, they're like tall. Like, they're obviously a different species. I forget what they're called. They have spots on them. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, you're a cat girl. You fuck with cats.
I got like rescue cats. I don't like have a home.
All right. Well, we'll drop the cats, because I'm not even a cat person, to be honest. And no offense to anyone who are cat people out there. It's just not my thing at all. I'm actually allergic to them too, so I'll start sneezing a lot. Sphinx cat. Yeah, I'll fuck with one of those. Those are sick. Those things will take. You could give those things like frozen thawed hoppers and shit. Like, you could just start feeding them rodents, and they're cool.
Yeah. Well, my cat will eat those too.
Well, and I think the lynx is one too. They have lynx.
Yeah, those are the ones like the big ears.
Yeah, those are sick. And the naked. What are the ones that don't have any hair, like any fur? Those are sick too. Like the one. I'm not even gonna say the guy's name, but there's a snake. There's a cat out there that has. It's like a hairless cat. What are those cats called? No, Savannahs are sick too. Savannahs are sick.
A Bengal. I want a Bengal. If I could have one dream, it had to be a Bengal.
Right here, Bengals. But Bengals do get big. I thought Bengals do get big.
They do.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Those are the cats I'd fuck with. I guess, man, talking all this shit about cats, I guess I do like cats, because there are some cats I would really fuck with. Jeez. Pretty mind-blowing. Nice. Well, all right, cool. Done with cats. And then we were talking. I wanted to finish the whole roll of species before I really dig deep on your ball pythons again. So we talked about your Gila monsters. Is there anything else you're missing species-wise?
I think that's really about it. I do have one little pair of hognose, just for pets. Little albino conda.
I don't care about those. I don't give a shit about those. No offense. You have any milk snakes? Oh my God, what is that? Ugh.
That's the old fat cat. That's like the legit fat cat.
Oh yeah, that's a fat cat.
Yeah.
Now cats do get fat easily, right? Like you could easily get get a cat super fat, right? It's
Yeah,
just
he's
not,
like
it's
8
just
years
not
old.
good.
He's super fat, old.
Okay. All right. Done with cats. All right. Ready to go back into ball pythons? Because I have questions.
All right, let's go.
All right. So we were talking about how you're looking to prepare 70 females next year, right? Or this coming season. What's your preparation for that?
So, Craig makes fun of me how I do that. So I write down each individual, like male and female, on index cards, and it's just kind of like a matching game, like stuff I've bought like years in advance that I have plans for, and there's still like some single gene stuff that I have just for, like local shows and stuff like that. Like that's my investment money, stuff that what's going to sell, what can I reinvest back. Obviously my 9 to 5 job takes every single penny I have for like household bills. Nothing out of my paycheck goes towards snakes. Like my rodent bill, it costs about $600 a month to feed the rats, take care of them. All that comes from snake money. Like I don't touch none of that with like my paycheck. So
Right.
I just lay all that out and just kind of pair up stuff like what I think's good for the local shows. And then like I have my serious stuff that I have for pairings. Like this coming year, I'll have stuff that I've been raising from like the get go. So I'll be breeding my monarchs this year. Some hypo clown stuff, some pod clown stuff. So this year will actually be like a serious year for me. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't want to start my YouTube channel too early, because everyone's seeing me hatch out all these cinnamons and spiders and they're like, what? I promise I have good stuff coming. I just got to get there. But
Right. So, but the thing is, what I'm trying to get to is, are you ready space wise? Like, let's just say all 70 lay for you. You have incubation? Is your incubators on deck for that kind of room? Like, what are your incubators like?
I do have one single refrigerator, but I do have another one.
Okay.
And of course, once I get moved out to the building, I'll start pairing November 1st. I do everything on a schedule, like clockwork. Like I'm super organized when it comes to that stuff. But I will be ordering matching sea serpent racks. So all of them match, kind of like Miguel's. I've asked him 100 times, like, what's the dimensions on your racks? You know, the hatchling racks on his back wall.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, those are sick. Those are straight fucking. Those are from the floor to like from floor to ceiling. I love it.
Yes, that's what I want. But thankfully, like my animals pretty much sell as soon as like they're at 100 grams. Like I'm moving them.
Hey,
So I didn't.
we gotta. Everyone's fucking losing their mind right now because this is what everyone's asking about. We didn't talk about your Cayman.
I do have him.
Okay, let's talk. And his name is
Steve.
Steve. Where do you
And
keep?
he's just a pet.
Where's he at?
He's actually in the living room because hatchlings have taken over my snake room. So he's
Wow.
just chilling in the living room.
What kind of enclosure does Steve stay in? Like, does he have like a little pond type thing, or what is he?
He does have an indoor and an outdoor pond. But as soon as we go out to the building, he's getting the entire snake room. So he will have a 300-gallon pond and like a little like basking area.
So cool.
Yeah, he actually is a rescue. Like that's not an animal that I went out of my way and was like, hey, I want this.
Right,
He's actually in someone's bathtub, so somebody was keeping him in a bathtub. So
poor Steve.
Yeah, he's doing great though.
You gave Steve Earth.
And he's gave me a lot of teeth in my skin. And the whole corn cob trick does work on a Caiman, just so you know.
So you bit the tail on a Cayman before is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
What made you think of doing that?
Garrett's video. And I was stuck. I was actually filming it. Like I was showing off Steve and I had my camera set up. My phone was on across the room and I was filming this. And he actually bit my hand and the tub and we were like clenched together. So I couldn't move. He couldn't move. So I had to like Siri the neighbor to come help me.
Damn.
Yeah. So eventually I'll post that on my YouTube because that was definitely hilarious.
That is hilarious.
So and she was too hungover to walk over here and help me out. So that was the only option I had left was to bite his tail.
So you got on the phone. She's like, I'm too hungover. Like, what was it like?
She was like, I'll come over when I wake up. And you know, I couldn't tell her to like get up out of bed like it was an emergency.
Was it like morning or like was it the afternoon? Is she an
Oh
alcoholic?
no, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And she was like, I'm in bed. Like, dude,
Oh yeah.
what a wino. Jesus. 1
She
o'clock.
didn't really hear me. Like I was screaming across the room because my phone was like way across the room. Yeah, it was a serious situation. So the only option I had was to bite his tail.
What is that one movie? I think it was Talladega Nights when his wife goes, she's like, is that Jim Beam? It's 9 a.m. And she's all fucking I could just see your neighbor being like that for some reason.
Yeah, we're in the South. So, you know, that's kind of normal.
South are drinkers, huh?
Yeah.
Texas are drinkers too, bro. I mean, from my experience, when I lived in Texas, man, that's all they did was drink, and I was like, fuck. Like, I drink with other, you know, incentives with that, and when I do drink, but it's just like, yeah, they would just straight fucking drink. I'm talking about all night drinking, like drinking till the sun comes up. Like, I don't know how do you do that? Like, fuck, it was nuts. So, Texas is cool, sort of.
You going to Arlington?
I'm gonna try. Whoa.
I am so sorry.
You hurt me. I'm just kidding. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Does she know she was live with 75 people right now?
No, she had no clue. I told all the nurses, I was like, yo, here's the deal, okay? You guys, you know, whatever blood you need from me, whatever fucking, you know, vitals, get this shit now because for the next couple hours, I want no interruptions. So I'm surprised this lady just opened up the door, but she was coming to get my food tray, so bless her heart. I appreciate that. But yeah, man. Okay, cool. So your neighbor's definitely an alcoholic. I'm glad that the Caiman would, you know, did the Caiman bite really hurt? Like, did you get like any scarring or anything from that?
No. I mean, he just bit like the fat of my arm. But now I did have an Asian water monitor, and that thing like legit jacked my finger up.
How big was it?
He was about 4 foot. But yeah, like my finger will like legit never be the same, like how it bends. But I have so many broken bones. He'll be alright.
Yeah, he'll be alright. Yep. I feel that. You know, it's crazy too because, man, the injuries that I used to face growing up, racing motocross and shit, like, I mean, yeah, a snake bite hurts, but I mean, I could still fucking keep doing what I'm doing. Where in a bad fucking race accident or just a riding accident, not only is your bike fucked from riding probably for a while, but you aren't moving for a while. Like I used to be couch ridden for a while off bad accidents, man. I think my total to this day is 13 broken bones, and I think 5 or 6 surgeries to this day. So it's definitely definitely a memory in the past riding dirt bikes. That's for sure. And yeah, Alyssa rode dirt bikes, which is amazing. So let's talk about the dirt bike scene real quick. How did you get into dirt bikes? Your dad was obviously in it, right?
He actually, my parents never they wouldn't let me have bikes. I could have a car, four wheeler, whatnot. My mom let me race dirt track, no dirt bikes. But I had a friend that had dirt bikes, and that's where I started riding. But I think like the month I moved out from my parents' house, as soon as I turned 18, I actually bought a street bike. So I did more on a street bike than I did dirt bike. But that's where my heart's at. I would really like to have another one, but I actually sold my last street bike to buy a child. As crazy as that sounds. So that's where my heart's at.
So your heart's with street bikes or dirt bikes?
Yes, street bikes, which we have dirt bikes now.
Crazy. Does your man ride?
Yeah.
He has a street bike?
He did.
He did, but then obviously kids game, so.
Yeah. He can't have one without me having one because I don't ride on the back.
Damn, that's heavy. And of course not. You're Alyssa. You're Alyssa Leonard. You fucking change your own oil for Christ's sakes.
That's right. And Hizzle.
And what?
And Hizzle.
Damn! That's crazy. Listen, I know I wash the dishes at home just because I'm OCD, but I will never let Lily change my oil. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, to be fair, Lily isn't a manager at a fucking sick, at a what is it? What's the name of the place you work at?
It's a Valvoline instant oil change.
Valvoline, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably have some serious hookups when it comes to oil changes. I'm assuming too.
Yeah.
I bet all you guys have the what's the high end oil called? The blend, the high what's the
full synthetic.
Full synthetic. All you fuckers are on full synthetic. I know.
Yeah. But I mean, we do have 2 dirt bikes. The kids have 50s. That's actually what their second birthday present was.
Now, are they just like putt riding, or are they getting into racing? You think, or what's the goal with that?
It's coming soon. We have a place here local, on Signal Mountain where Rico used to live. There's a place like literally right beside there that starts like boot camp for them at the age of 4. So hopefully Sydney, she's about to be 4 in October. I'm getting her started. She loves it. So they have all their little outfits.
I always say that once it's in the blood, it's in the blood. You can't get it out. It's amazing. I tell my wife, like, dude, if we have kids, like girl or boy, they're gonna get a dirt bike. She's like, yeah, right. And I'm like, my mom said the same thing to my dad. But luckily he had a boy, and my 2 sisters didn't ride any bikes. And I got to reap all the benefits of being the only boy and riding dirt bikes, and it was fucking amazing, man. You take your kids any supercrosses yet?
Yes, we actually took both of them to Atlanta Supercross this past February. Which I mean, they liked it. They're still really young, but Sydney, that was her second one she went to. As soon as they were 2, they're getting dirt bikes, they're learning, they're riding.
Right.
They can do it.
Have any of your kids taken bad falls yet?
I actually, Sydney's dirt bike has training wheels on it, and it's really hard to like kind of maneuver it. So I popped a wheelie with her on it, and we kind of lost it. That's a bit.
Damn, that's wild. Now, do you guys have? Is there a lot of space where you live? Like, do you have a big backyard or anything like that, or what's it like where you live?
So it's about an acre total. So I don't have anything like huge, but literally across the street, the lake, we have like lake access. So we have a couple of acres over there that we can always go ride. But no, literally the snake building is going to take up pretty much half my yard.
Damn.
But it's okay.
That's going to be so sick. And it's sick is because it's still going to be on your property. And I could definitely have a facility one day, but it has to be on my property. Like I can't, like I would just be paranoid if I had to worry about driving and leaving, and like I couldn't. I would be fucking too paranoid. I just can't. Like there's times I hop out of bed randomly at fucking 1 a.m, and I'm like, you have to go check the snakes. Like something wakes me up, and I get a peace of mind knowing I can just walk into the snake room. All right, there's nothing missing. I'm tripping, and I just go back to bed. You know what I mean? But it does work for others. I know a lot of sick ass people out there who are well established, who have an actual facility. Ozzy Boyd's has a facility that's away from his house, but who knows what that looks like. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to ask Ozzy. Yo, what's your facility look like? I wonder, has anybody ever seen Ozzy's facility?
I think there's a video, and it's not like he doesn't have a lot of stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else's.
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to ask the homie about that because I'm always curious. I mean, we see how sick Justin's place is. Obviously, Billy's place is fucking groundbreaking and sick. And Ozzy's obviously no joke. Ozzy's fucking he's one of the top fucking top 3 fucking BP breeders, if not in the country but in the world. So I'm always curious of what that dude's facility looks like. So I wonder if anyone out there has seen it. But yeah, that's cool. Now your facility in general, the one that you're looking to build, what's going to be the theme? Like, are you going to do you like white floors, gray floors? Like, do you already have anything in mind as far as like coloration or anything like that? Like, what's your?
It's going to be bright. That's all I know.
Okay.
It's going to be bright. I told Craig, I was like, you're not going to argue with me about the pretty wall color. But I actually want to do the heated floors in it.
Damn, that's sick. How expensive is that going to be?
I think when we priced it, it's going to be as much as the building almost.
Oh, shit.
It's not going to be cheap. I think it was maybe around Well, I guess that's like half the building. But it's totally worth it. I mean, here in Tennessee, it gets cold. Like right now, it's pretty chilly outside. Um, but I mean, it's not like snowing cold. But I just worry. So I want the heated floors, but I want white floors. I like white, but I want my walls to be bright. I don't know. I have
And,
so many ideas. I want a little porch on my snake house. I have my 2 little goats in my backyard. I'm
you
so
got
excited.
goats?
Yeah, I have 2 goats.
Oh, that's cool. I was trying to pick up some goats, and my wife said, "Dude, you have fucking alpacas. Chill." I'm like, "But dude, goats go perfect with alpacas. Like,
I would love an alpaca.
you need two. You can't get one, or they'll die from fucking loneliness."
That's the way goats are.
Huh?
That's the way my goats
Oh,
are.
goats are like that too?
Yeah.
Wait, so maybe goats will accompany alpacas then?
So just go one of each.
That'd be weird though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, the cool thing about having two alpacas, there's the security. Like you have one that protects the other, and the one that's protected is the dominant. Like that's the like so. For instance, right after I actually took the alpacas in officially, and they were on my property, like for good, I was noticing that one of them was trying to mount me. Like I would try to walk and like it would literally fucking put its hooves and mount me, and I'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And it would start chasing me around, and I would ask the previous owner like, "Yo, you know what this kind of behavior is?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're the male. She's trying to fucking what she's trying to do is she's trying to fucking tell you, listen, I want you to handle me, and you're the one." So I guess when alpaca comes to breeding, the female is in charge. Like she's the dominant one. Instead of the male picking the female picks the male, something like that. So I just think it's fucking hilarious that this fucking female just thinks she could just come and try to jump on me because, and dude, I would kind of learned. I was like, dude, when she does it, I grab her by the neck and I shove her and I just I push her off. And it's funny because she still tries to come after me, and she kind of gets the hint and all that, but then you have the security one that just kind of oversees everything, and I don't know the loyalty that these two have. It's pretty impressive to see. But I could tell you right now, I could never see them apart ever. If I feel like if you ever take one away from the other, they'll be dead pretty quick from like depression or something. But they're hip to hip. Like you don't ever see them away from each other.
That's the way the goats are.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But yeah, man, I love the alpacas. The thing about alpacas and chickens and things, I might as well just get a full fucking farm. I want the full farm. I want emus. I want goats. I want a mini horse. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. But my wife is like, chill. You know what I mean? Because she's already saying yes to everything else. So who knows, man? Day by day, right? That's all you can do. But I think, Alyssa, my next swindling maneuver as far as mammals, it's gonna be goats.
They're fun. I love them. Craig absolutely hates them, but Whiskey and Waylon, they're so much fun. Like they're hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I love them.
Why does he hate them?
He's not really an animal person. I mean, snakes he tolerates and he likes, but he's really not an animal person. But they do make life a little hard. Like they'll come out to my rat shack and they'll like open up my shavings. They'll come in the house and like hop up on the couch and just chill and watch TV. He doesn't really like that.
Yeah, Melissa, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon.
There's the wife.
That's wife right there. Wife, I told you about your profile pic. You're a married woman now. It's just too much. It's too much. There's a bunch of other cute pics of us with the dogs. She chooses to show her butt still. It's nuts. I deserve goats for that. I really do. I'm not even joking. I deserve goats for that. Anyways. So your husband hates the goats. Is there anything else mammal-wise that you guys would add? Like, alpacas would be something cool to add at some point, right? But do you have a corral for the goats, or like what's your setup like for your goats?
So I'm actually 1 mile from the county line or the city line. So I'm in the county, but I'm 1 mile from the city line where you're not allowed to have chickens, goats, or anything. We actually have an HOA guy. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you think I can get like some chickens or something? He's like, as long as your neighbors are okay with it, you can have what you want. So my immediate neighbors came from a farm, so they're cool with it. So I've had a pig. I've had 2 cicadas that like roam the yard. And the 2 goats, we have a cattle gate that keeps them in the backyard. So that's where they hang out, which they go over to the neighbor's yard. Everyone's like, can we borrow them? Because they eat poison ivy.
Oh, shit.
And we have a lot of that in our little area right here. So everyone's like, can we borrow them? Can we throw them in our backyard? So
you let them borrow them, or you're just like, no, sorry, you can't borrow? I would tell them to go fuck off.
the sweet little old lady neighbors, before we had like the fence separating them from the front and the backyard, like they would roam the whole yard. Like you open up the door and a goat would come running in. And then they started jumping on my car. So we're like, all right, they gotta have their own pen in the backyard. So they have their own pen in the backyard. But before we got that, I would throw them over there in the neighbor's yard, and they're like really old. We live in a neighborhood with like 95-year-old and up. Like everyone here is pretty much on their deathbed. It's sad, but I love my little community. Like anytime, so I sell feeders. So I raise my own rats. I have probably about 2,000 rats at a time, and I have maybe about 50 people that come every single week and buy rats from me. So I had to kind of like let my neighbors know that I'm not a drug dealer, that these people that are just dropping money in a box and taking something out of a cage, like it's like a real live animal. But they think they're hamsters. So if I told them they're rats, they would probably like flip out. But most of my neighbors know what I have. They're cool with it. They know we go out of town because of shows. But yeah, anytime anyone pulls up, even though they're old, they're like up all times of the night.
So rats, rodents, you breed your own rodents.
I do.
Okay. Where are those at in the garage? Where's your facility at? Where do you take care of all that shit? Because that's a big one right there. I'll tell you that.
So I actually have a building in the backyard just for them, just kind of like what I'm gonna have put for the snakes. Only it's not like as insulated as good as like a snake building would have to be.
Yeah, he just called you the rat trap queen.
I do. I call it my rat shack.
All right. Why don't you call your rat trap? It's already official. The rat shack. The rat shack is that's your thing for it.
Yeah, the rat shack. And now I'm gonna have a snake shack. That's just it.
Shanny.
A cute little porch. I'm so excited about the cute little porch you can add on to.
So with the porch, are you gonna have like little rocking chairs and a little fucking like what are you gonna do, or like a swing bench, or what are you gonna have on the porch?
Well, I don't know yet. Like I don't sit down long enough to even need a rocking chair.
Rocking chairs feel good though.
I know, but I don't have time for that.
Well, for instance, I like to rock myself sometimes because I'm so ADD. Like I like, like have you ever moved your leg a lot to where it's almost rocking you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I would do a rocking chair, because I wouldn't have to do all that leg work. Does that make sense?
I don't know what I'd put. Like right now, our whole front yard is like filled with blow-ups for Halloween.
So since you just said yes to you rocking your own leg, do you have ADD? I'm just curious.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Cool.
Like
sick.
Legit.
We got a lot of things in common.
I
can't sit still at all. My wife knows it fucking kills her a lot, but I'm just Mr. Can't sit still. Even times where she's like, babe, give me a hug. I give her a hug and she's like, no, you're not leaving, because I can't just sit still sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I got so much shit on my mind, man. And I always tell her, I gotta go to the snake room. I gotta go to the snake room. I'm always in the snake room. So yeah, I love you, babe. I miss you. That's cool. So your rats, you've been producing these. You've been supplying your own rat produce for how long now?
5 years.
That's a long time, dude. Yeah. I appreciate that grind. That's not an easy fucking grind. I honestly, the rats are just. I don't miss them at all, dude. I only had like a few rats. I didn't have a lot, but I don't fucking miss that. I don't miss rat duties at all. And I used to literally be in a bad mood because all the fucking tubs, I'm a huge guy with smell. Like I hate smell, so that's why I always did pellets and the bedding. Like I never picked one or the other. I did the mixture of both because that keeps everything like at a respectable smell level, right? But even then, like if you like I always did it once a week. I always clean their shit once a week. If you try to go anything further than a week, that's when the aroma, everything comes and it's just miserable. It smells like straight fucking death. And then rat escapes. What's up with your rat escapes? You have those a lot? I bet you do. Fucking get out.
Since I've switched to, I have a Freedom Breeder rat rack and I have an ARS rat rack, and then I have like 2 or 3 wooden rat racks. I haven't really had any escape in a long time. Like I'm really big on if they chew or if they bite, like they're just done for. Like I feel like some of that stuff's genetic. But my 2-year-old, he goes out there and like loves on every single rat we have, so they're pretty much chill. But I always put water and food on the floor in case they do get out. You know, they have something to eat or drink. So they're not like trying to like chew on the water lines or, you know, steal somebody else's food. They have like, you know, food there.
That's actually a good point though, to be honest, because for the most part, if they're chewing through shit, they're just trying to eat it, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, can I come in?
Yeah,
Hi,
what's up?
Michael.
Hi, what are we doing?
Oh, I'm your new nurse.
Hi.
I'm
Oh,
Ernie. How are
yay.
you?
I'm live right now. I'm doing something for
You want me to come back?
no, you can do my I mean it's just you don't mind if I don't talk to you, right? Like can I keep talking to them while you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get some vitals done right now, okay guys, if you don't mind. So I'm talking to about 80 people right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts, huh?
Busy guy.
Yeah, busy guy for sure. So yeah, Alyssa, rats are no joke. I'll tell you that. One thing I don't miss about the rats is the whole them escaping and doing some serious damage.
Right.
Have you had any kind of like serious rat damage like that before?
Yeah, actually, when we went to, I think Daytona last year, I had a rat get out and chew and just flood the whole entire rack. So I mean, I lost about 120 rats.
Wow.
And losing that many rats puts you pretty much out. Because like I said, I have 50 people a week that depend on me. Not only, you know, I have 300 snakes at a time in my collection. So I literally have to, you know, make sure I'm producing rats. I do have someone I can go to about 2 hours away if I need rats. But for the most part, you know, it's expensive to keep that building going. Like my power bill's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Food, supplies.
You're kind of excited. Your blood pressure.
Oh yeah, because you know I love what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave you.
Yeah, you're good. No, a lot of these people don't understand why I'm so excited all the time, but it's because I love what I do.
Oh, there you
Yeah. Thank you. What's your name?
Hermie.
Ermi. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm Leanna.
Hi, Leanna. How are you? I got new nurses in the building, guys, so I got to say what up to them. You know what I mean? So they're the ones that are take care of me.
I'll be back for your medicine, okay?
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Right.
Pain meds, because I like pain meds.
Oh.
I'm in pain.
Give me a call.
I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. She's probably thinking like, why the hell are you talking about rats? Like,
You know,
what in the world?
If that blood pressure for whatever reason keeps me from going home tomorrow, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. If they're like, sir, we have records, everything was going well, but for some reason your thing spiked up very, very, very high. We're gonna have to keep you for another day. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm all right. Trust me. No, I'll be all right. Yeah, dude, rats. Like I said, I had a lot of fucking nightmares, a lot of shitty situations because of rats. And I just don't miss that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Part about it.
I really don't. And ever since I got rid of the rats, my life's been a lot easier. Maybe because I'm sponsored by Cold Blooded Cafe, the sickest fucking rodent business company in the business. I don't know.
Hey, when I do order frozen, that's where I go. That's where I go to. I was really like, I feed live, you know, or like pre-killed. But half of my girls last week ate frozen, so I would really love to switch to all frozen. That would be fantastic.
You want to get off? You want to go off the live?
I just want to get rid of my rats.
Oh, so you want to?
It's hard.
You want to transfer everything to frozen thawed?
Yes. Last week was the first time I had some frozens. that I needed to get rid of. So I thawed them out, and like literally over half my collection ate frozen. So that was, I think I could switch. I would prefer it.
What is your protocol when trying to get a snake from live to frozen thawed? Like, what has your success been for that?
I mean, for babies, like a lot of times, like I said, I have a lot of stuff like pet quality, like people want for pets. So anytime I ship out a snake, I always ask them, are you okay with it eating live, or if you want it on frozen, like let me keep it another week and get it frozen. Usually, like it switches no problem. Just making sure you get it heated up good. Honestly, what I do is Steve's little heat thing. I'll literally lay the rat right beside it, and it heats up just right. But I haven't really had any problems, and just those rats, like I just thawed them out in the sink, and everyone took it. So,
yeah,
switch.
I haven't had such a big pushback when having to transition a snake from eating live to frozen thawed, because for one thing, well, I'll tell you what, if you're trying to get a snake to go from live to frozen thawed, and you go from feeding it a live rat to a fucking rat that you're soaking in water, and it's soaked like a piece of fucking soggy shit, like the snake's it's not gonna want to eat that, from what I understand.
Right.
So I always go from live to pre-killed, like a fresh pre-killed, and then I go the frozen thawed route. But I make sure I like thaw out my rats like they're alive, and I just killed it. And I have a good system. I think it's just all about finding your good thawing system that works for you. But I can tell you right now, if you mimic a rat to a frozen thawed rat to look like a live rat, you're not going to have any problems. You know what I mean? And I've also learned the first time around they don't take it; they take it the second time around. So I don't know if you've heard that, but
I gotta let the dog in.
Let the dog in. Yeah. What up, everyone? Hey, dude, you guys have been hanging in the comments, bro. I appreciate you guys so much. Wiz Constrictor, my dog. What's up, bro? I didn't even get to say what up to homie Wiz Constrictor. I'm chomping on that hospital ice. It chomps very easy, just so you know. I love that shit. So yeah. So the rats, you would love someday to stop producing rats, right? That's your goal, is to get rid of them. And how far are you from that?
I mean, I have so many people that depend on me locally. I probably will never be able to quit. I would just like have some me time. Like literally, I stay out there as soon as the kids go to bed. This past week, I stayed out there until about 5:30 in the morning cleaning rats. So it's a lot of work. Like I'm super OCD. Like I'll pull the rat racks out and vacuum it, sweep them off. Play with some rats.
Dude, my boy's here. Do you know Jesse Garcia? This is the better. I'm just kidding. They're both sick. But dude, Jesse. Shout out to Jesse for being here. Hi, Jesse. What did he say? Okay, MJ's a damn legend in my eyes. Oh, I love you, dude. You'll marry me?
He can get us some shirts.
He doesn't get involved with that. Like the thing with Jesse, man. Like, listen, he's so anti-drama to where like he's not gonna get us shirts. Let's just put it that way. Or actually, he probably would. But I don't know. I just don't want to ask Jesse. I don't want to put him in that position. You know what I mean? But shout out to Jesse. Thanks for being here, Jesse. You're the man. Alyssa, how do you feel? You have people coming on to check out the show tonight that haven't even come on for like, let's just say, I don't know, any other guest. How do you feel about that? Like I told you people wanted to fuck with you. I told you this.
I don't know. Like, that's just crazy. Like, I fangirl over Will, and he was like the first person in your chat. I was like, no way. And that even yesterday.
Will's the man, I'm telling you. Yeah, Will's the man for sure, 100%. Well, check it out, Alyssa. This has been an amazing hour and 45 minutes or so. I'm going to wrap up some stuff here in a bit, but before I wrap anything up, what are some serious projects we can look forward to in 2021? Like give us a top three fucking bangers that, even if it's a long shot, give us something that could be like, you're like, fuck, it probably won't be, but you're looking to hit it. Give us 3 of those.
So this year, this coming November, I will start pairing up for Desert Ghost G stripes.
Yeah.
Then I will put that to my Desert Ghost clown stuff. But one thing I'm like super excited about, is I know Will does a lot with like the Wookiee and the puzzle stuff, but I want to put those two together. I don't think anyone's done that yet. They're both like
Wookiee and
pattern
puzzle?
changers.
Fuck yeah, I don't know. That's pretty wild. Will, have you ever seen any Wookiee and puzzle stuff? Because I know if anyone has seen it, it'd be Will for sure.
That's something I'm super excited about. But getting Monarch, Desert Ghost, Clown, and G Stripe all put together.
Have you produced any Monarch stuff that I could look at real quick?
No, I have my male that's paired up right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
So I don't know. I'm excited. I have 5 girls that I'll be pairing this coming year. Couple pets. But Tom Harbin, he actually has a Monarch Clown G Stripe, which is like freaking crazy. And just put Desert Ghost on top of that. I'm excited to see what it does. I mean, that's a triple recessive, and then adding Desert Ghost on top of that. That's my goal.
I need to pull something up. So tell us another one why I pulled something up that you sent me because I want to talk about it. But keep talking real quick if you don't mind. I want to pull something up.
So let's see. So GHI clown stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be my goal too. So I actually have I'll have that pairing to pair back with my pied clown. I don't know what GHI would do with that, but that's something that's like a long-term goal. I don't know. I just have a bunch of here or there stuff. GHI is probably like one of my favorite, and pied. I have everything pied.
GHI is my favorite. Don't say GHI is your favorite just because you know GHI is my favorite. You know I got the super GHI shake combos all day, every day.
I know.
And that's why you're sending me this.
I know. Isn't that thing so pretty?
I fucking love this thing that she produced. I'm betting there's cinnamon and fire in this. So what's the pairing on this again? Let's talk about it.
So all that was a pewter to a fire GHI.
So I'm thinking this is a GHI pewter fire. Or you know what? No pastel. My bad. I'm thinking this is a GHI cinnamon fire.
But the sibling is really dark to be just a GHI fire. I don't know if I sent you the rest of the siblings.
Did. I don't think you did. Hold on, let me see. But the other ones didn't shed. Oh wait, no, you did. You sent me 2, but one.
Yeah. But
okay.
No, the other ones, I think they're definitely like pewters, but they're like really. I'll have to send you a picture of the whole clutch. Like they're weird looking. Like everything in that clutch was totally different, but that one is super super dark and gold.
So what's your deal? Are you gonna send it to me? Or are you gonna do? Is it a male or female? What is it?
It's a male. Pretty much everything I've had this year is males.
It's crazy how that works, huh? Like I haven't really talked to anyone who gets like a good ratio of both. It's either you go very male heavy or you go very female heavy. It's so weird.
Every single clown I had this year was male.
Oh. Did that suck for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one clutch was like my very first investment snake. Like she's very sentimental to me, and I wanted to keep every single baby she had. She was just a het clown, and only 3 of those were females out of 9 eggs. So obviously I can't keep 6 males. So I'm having a really hard time getting rid of those, but I cannot keep 6 males.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Yeah.
Kind of not practical. You gotta have a hoarding problem to keep 6 males. That's for sure. But I will say right now, what you're working with, you eventually. I mean, I don't know, man. Very impressive stuff, Alyssa. That's all I got to say. I'm excited to see what your future looks like. Definitely excited to see what your 2021 is going to look like. I want to see how many females out of the 70 actually lay for you. That's going to be a load, dude. I hope you're ready for it.
This year I was 36 or 37 out of 40.
Damn!
Without an ultrasound machine. So that's the reason why I wasn't expecting that many. But I was ready. Like I had money set aside.
You don't need an ultrasound machine for shit. You really don't. I'm being honest. Ultrasound machines are for cheaters.
I literally just bought it for the Gilas to check and see if they were male or females. And I like learning. Like I'm a super big nerd when it comes to stuff like that. Like we've ultrasounded, you know, the cat, the dog. I've ultrasounded Craig. I mean, the hamster. Like I'm just all about learning.
Wait, you ultrasounded Craig?
Yeah, just to see if it was working.
What did you ultrasound? I'm confused.
I mean, I just looked at his heartbeat and his kidneys.
Oh, that's sick.
I mean, it's pretty cool, but you know,
That's sick. I give it to you on that. That's pretty sick. I probably will get an ultrasound someday.
it's
I
fun.
had Ryan Young on the show at Unfiltered, and Ryan Young has been hatching like fuck, dude, ring pythons, scrub pythons, white lip. I got a pair of white lips from him. Just shit that nobody else is hatching. And his style is so just fucking winging it. Like he just wings shit, and it's all eyes. He just trusts his eyes. When you work with so many species, you would think, well, fuck, how many incubators do you have? He has one incubator, and he fucks with like 10 different species and produces them. And what he does is he has the lower part of his incubator that has a certain temp, and then the top of the incubator, like he has a walk-in closet type of thing as the incubator. So the whole room is an incubator basically. And judging on, you know, if he has a clutch that needs lower heat, it stays on the floor. If it needs high heat, 90, it goes up top. So I just thought, I was like, wow, that's how you're hatching shit, bro. Like there's a lot of people who put too much thinking into this that not only aren't hatching shit, but they're fucking doing too much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so this hobby will make you overthink. And when you start overthinking, that's when it could start becoming not fun, I think. So I don't know. I mean, listen, I feel like I'm just having a good time not needing an ultrasound, but I will say this, there are complications with the chondros. Like it's really hard to kind of feel like I'm not at that level where I could see a chondro and say, oh, it's building. You know what I mean? Or I could totally see that snake's going in the right direction. So, but you know, day by day, right? Experience comes with more hands-on experience. So I guess we'll get there one day. But honestly, I feel like having the experience on just knowing how to use an incubator is pretty player. I'm not gonna lie. So I think that's pretty sick of you, for sure. How long have you had an incubator or ultrasound for?
Literally probably a month and a half.
So you're pretty fresh with the whole using an ultrasound.
Yeah. Which Tom, my mentor, he's a veterinarian.
Oh,
So
nice. That's huge.
I've took it down to his house, and he's pretty much like showed me everything, how to work it. So that was definitely helpful.
That definitely helps.
Yeah.
That's cool. Shout out to Tom. Tom sounds like a cool mentor.
Yeah, he's helped me a lot. I have several really close friends. Like I couldn't imagine trying to learn all this stuff, without bugging someone 109 times. That's the reason why I was like, give me some information about the olives where I don't have to ask you 110 questions, because I want to know everything.
I sold you those olives with the mentality that you were going to come with me with the fucking 1,001 questions. I don't care. The fact that you come to me and ask me questions makes me realize that you actually care about getting these things dialed in. But you're going to see, Alyssa, that there's really not much to know about these olives. Like, these things are so fucking chill. They're pretty amazing. They eat like clockwork. You're good, dude. You're good. Like, you're really good. What's funny is you don't want to do, once those things get hungry, they'll let you know too. They'll fucking, they just love to eat. Like, they love to eat. Like, love to eat. So, never fed him a snake though. I would never feed him a snake. Don't ever feed him like a dead one or anything like that. Don't ever put a snake's taste in those things' mouths. I just feel like that's where you'll go wrong. So,
right.
I don't know. Well, Alyssa, it's been amazing. Ready for some hot seat questions? We're gonna wrap this bad boy up with some hot seat questions. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, let's go.
All right. Hot seat question time. Prefers, ready? Frozen thought or live?
Live.
8 cutter or no cut?
This year I did both.
I won't care about that. 8 cutter,
no cut is funner.
Alyssa, I need to know, are you going to cut an egg or are you not going to cut an egg?
No.
Nope. So you don't cut eggs at all, period?
I do, but I like. Okay, so I will cut eggs, but I have a lot more fun letting them poop on their own. Would you rather go and see an animal like all at once, or would you rather go in there at this time and see one animal, then go back and see another animal? So both, but I prefer no cut.
Okay. Fair enough. Big flexor or no flexor?
Flex.
I like that. Baseball or football?
Football.
Steak or fish?
Chicken.
Steak or fish?
Steak. Chicken.
Van, did you say chicken again? Am I tripping, or was that an echo? Did I just hear an echo?
Yeah, that was an echo.
All right. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Van Halen.
Nice. Dude, I don't know why people say Sammy Hagar. It pisses me off sometimes. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
West Coast.
All right. This next one's going to be huge, okay? West Coast AMA Supercross or East Coast AMA Supercross?
West Coast.
Thank you. Ricky Carmichael or James Stewart?
Oh, okay. So James Stewart is really fun to watch ride, but Ricky Carmichael is where it all started.
Okay. Chad Reed or Jeremy McGrath? That should be a no-brainer, bro. If you say Chad Reed, I'm ending this shit right now.
Jeremy McGrath, definitely. But props to Chad Reed.
Nope. Fuck that shit. I'm just kidding. I've always had a tip with Chad Reed because Chad Reed would always fucking like catch up to James. Like he would always be the one to fuck up James Stewart. And James, I rode with James. We rode 2 races together. And I mean, I'm not gonna say he's my boy, but in my eyes, he's my fucking boy. Like that's my fucking boy. So I had to ask that one. All right. So first thing to come. So this is gonna be a little word association. Okay. First thing to come to mind: milk.
Toddler.
Cocoa.
Cookies.
Stuck shed.
Humidifier.
What?
Humidifier. I just bought one.
Instagram trolls.
Miguel.
Damn! I've never heard that. Oh my god. You called him a troll?
Oh yeah. He's not even in here anymore.
He's texting me. Oh my Lanta. Damn. Alyssa's on fire. That was fucking heavy. I think that's all I have for tonight, guys. Jesus Christ. I'm going to end it on that one. That's it. Good job. Fucking. All right. Alyssa Leonard, everyone. Guys, thank you. This has been amazing, Alyssa. Honestly, this has been a fun time. I knew this would be an amazing time. I wasn't worried. I know you're a little nervous and stuff, but
I'm so shy.
You're not shy.
I really am.
You did a hell of a job, bro. Good job. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of what you got going on over there. You know I'm proud of you. I want you to keep it up. Shout out to Craig. I want to say, Craig, you're a fucking awesome husband for supporting your wife. And maybe I could get both of you guys on here next time. I don't know. Or Craig, do you want to come in the fucking just say hi real quick? Or is he busy with the kids? He's probably
He's
doing
like totally. I kicked him like totally out of the house. So when I do my YouTube videos, like he's not allowed in the house. Like I'm that shy.
Oh, it's because you don't want to see him like in your zone.
Yeah.
That's how I am with Lily sometimes. Lily, I'll be in the middle of a story and she'll come in and I'll stop. I'm like, what? And she's like, nothing. I'm like, I can't. Everything's messed up because you're looking at me right now. Like I can't. I just can't. And she doesn't get mad. She just laughs at it and she walks away. But I'm just like, I have to I feel like I'm an alter ego comes out or something. It's so weird. Like I don't know what it is. I really don't. But I get I guess you could say I get shy when someone's watching me while I'm doing my thing behind the phone. You know what I mean? I like it just to be fucking, look, here she is. Yep. And she said, yep. The death stare. I give her the death stare. I look at her like, dude, is there a major issue right now? Like, what is happening? Why are you in the room right now when normally you'd be drinking your coffee and like, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, I love you, babe. I miss you. Yeah, man. Alyssa, you got your facility going on, possibly 70 clutches going on. Amazing husband, amazing kids. Alyssa Leonard, everybody. Let's give it up for Alyssa. I salute you, Alyssa. The trap salutes you. You have trap support
Thank
for as
you.
long as I know. Keep it up. I can't wait to meet you. Hopefully it's at Arlington. I really
You're
hope.
coming. You're coming.
I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. It really depends on the healing process, but I talked to the doctors and they said I could go. So let's see what happens. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See you there.
I had an amazing time. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
And that's it. Before I let you go, like I said, I mean, for the last hour, we've had almost 80 people watching this entire time. So what do you have to say to anyone out there who's been supporting you, anyone who fucks with you, anyone who just loves what you're doing? What do you have to say to them?
Thank you guys, so much. I have really big confidence issues, so I mean, this definitely helps me. Just a little bit of support definitely goes a long way. Like I said, I have zero family support at all, so this definitely helps. So thank you guys.
I'm glad it helped. You definitely deserve any help you can get because of the hard work you've been doing. So fucking A, Alyssa. Fucking A.
Thank you.
You have a good night. We'll talk motocross someday. Don't even worry about it. I know I'm going to be that's one thing that I'm sure we could go back and forth about because you fucking obviously have something with Chattery that I want to know more about. But have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you so much. Okay, and keep killing it. All right, dude?
Thanks.
All right. See ya. Alyssa Leonard, everyone. Amazing girl. She's amazing. I like what she's doing. A lot of support, that's for sure. I appreciate all of you guys, man. You guys being here for this hospital edition of Trap Talk with MJ. I hope to God this is the only time I have to do a podcast in the hospital. Either way, I did it. It felt good. I'm not going to fucking flake on you guys, man. I'm here for you guys, bro. I'm going to bring the heat all the time. So I appreciate all you guys who tapped in. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Do me a favor, because I want to know what your feelings were like on this whole episode. So before you take off officially, simply go to the comments. You guys clearly all have YouTube accounts, so you could just give me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Was it good? Was it bad? Keep bringing more heat. Give me any kind of feedback in the comments. I would appreciate it. But that's it, guys. We're done. I love all you guys. I really mean that, man. It's crazy, situations that happen in life can make you really think on how good you really have it. And man, I have it good. I have it really good. I have an amazing wife. I got amazing fucking things in my life, like the people who fuck with me. I'm blessed, man. I'm a super blessed individual. And I hope all of you guys out there stay blessed. I hope everyone out there who is watching this finds something they should be happy or proud that they have in their lives, because man, we're in a time in our lives where we gotta be fucking happy with what we're doing. Because you just never know, man. You never know when it's time to check out. But I'm checking the fuck out of this podcast. Time to watch some more WWF wrestling, WrestleMania. I got to catch up with my shit. About to watch a Royal Rumble 1992. But you guys are amazing, man. Catch you next week. Next week, I'll be in my podcast room. I will have my Mac Dre art. I will be back to normal. So make sure you tune in for all that good.